Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Lowe's knows how to help you get the most out of your store run. That's why members save more with MyLowe's Rewards. Earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases. Get access to member-only deals and free member gifts. Plus, unlock free standard shipping when you reach Silver Key status. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Flex your business with an American Express Business Gold Card. You'll earn 4 times membership rewards points on your top 2 eligible spending categories, like transit and electronics, each month, on up to $150K in combined purchases per year. Plus, you can now earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at AmericanExpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold, built for business by American Express.
So say goodnight to the bad guy. It's the last time you're gonna see a bad guy like me.
Yeah, let me stop you right there, Preston. We don't want to hear that.
No?
You know, it's just been done too many times, and it's just tired.
You wanna play rough? Okay, let's play rough. Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah, I'm the little friend. I see it.
Don't worry.
I really do apologize for that, ladies and
it.
gentlemen. It's a tired impression, and he really shouldn't be doing it.
Oh, I see. One more Quaylor, he gonna love me again.
Yeah, I know. It is true. Mumford's right. It is a tired impression. It's probably the most overdone impression. So, yeah, I do apologize for that. But it is for a reason, the blind confidence, the just bowling you over with confidence attitude. It will tie in to this episode, as you'll see a little bit in a kind of abstract way. So forgive me for that tired impersonation. But I thought I would come to you today. I'm in the midst of some pretty intense treatments, pretty gnarly treatments, if you will. And I'm taking a little break to bring an episode to you. And I thought I would stay current with something that I just watched with my wife. And I'm always fascinated by confidence, and especially the confidence of a scammer or a con artist. I don't know. I just find myself very intrigued by them. And obviously the rest of the world is too, because they keep making these documentaries about them. You remember the episode I did on Anna Delvey, Sub-Bisac, that girl. And my wife and I just watched a new one on Belle Gibson. Have you heard about Belle Gibson? Not Mel Gibson, Belle Gibson. There's something going on with the Gibson name. But anyway, she was a social media influencer from Australia. I don't think you can say she still is, because I think she might be underground right now. Or as they say, she went to the ground. And she kind of made up a terminal brain cancer diagnosis, like a brain tumor. Stage 4 brain tumor, which apparently kills everybody. She made up this diagnosis and then said that she was curing herself with like whole foods and green juices. And look, I believe in all that stuff. I love all alternative treatments and everything. But the point is she actually made this stuff up and kept, going further with the lie. It was spreading to her uterus and pancreas and all over her body. And yet at the same time, she was kind of like jet setting around the world and creating this app, this wellness app of like healthy foods and the social media platform where her followers were growing, and she just looked great and she looked healthy and she was going around the world, and she got picked up by Apple, and Penguin Books gave her a deal. It's just crazy because nobody really did their due diligence, even like Apple or Penguin. They just kind of took it at face value because of the confidence and because of her just putting the story out there. It's like, why would you lie about that, right? Why would you lie about having a terminal brain tumor? Yeah, that's the question. But people will do anything for social media fame nowadays. And, I want to be obviously aware of the trauma that exists. This person obviously dealt with some trauma in her life and some weird stuff growing up. And, I know there's a lot of pain there, but it doesn't excuse what she did and the people that she hurt in the process and fooled and took the money and didn't give money to charity that she promised that she was going to give, and so on and so forth. Watch the documentary. We're not really here to do a review on the documentary, but I was just fascinated with how far along she got. Just like Anna Delvey pretended to be some German heiress, and she got really far. She was like putting together these like huge multi-million-dollar, $100 million deals in New York, and hobnobbing with all the bigwigs in the city. And it's just really impressive to me when people can just convince so many high-powered people and companies. Like Apple's one of the biggest companies in the world. And, she got like $100,000 and some advance for her book deal from Penguin. And she wrote this book, and, everybody just was believing her and believing them. And it's the same kind of principle with the WeWork guy, just going out there and bowling people over with his confidence and, not looking before you leap, promising things before you can deliver and all this stuff. And look, I want to be very clear. I'm not telling anybody to become a scam artist. I'm not doing that, or a con artist. I'm not telling you to be underhanded or, take people's money or do any of that stuff to get ahead. There's obviously a narcissistic and sociopathic gene that these people have where they don't really have the ability to feel empathy or other people's emotions or understand that they're screwing people over. But the thing that's fascinating about them to me is that they convince themselves so strongly in what they're doing and their purpose that they almost believe it. I think they actually do 100% believe it. You can hear when Belle gets interviewed on 60 Minutes, she's kind of like having a hard time, telling the truth, because I don't think she really knows what the truth is anymore. I think she actually has believed her own narrative, her own lie so strongly. And that's what I want to talk about a little bit today. First of all, there is this huge dichotomy between a person like those people that I mentioned, and even the Tony Montanas of the world, and the like talented Mr. Ripleys of the world and things like that. The people who just basically adopt another persona and believe this story so strongly that everybody else believes it too. There's a huge dichotomy between people like that and artists, because I think a lot of artists, you do have to have a confidence to get into this world. You have to have a confidence to be like, yes, I'm going to succeed in this world. But there is an element to the artist that is like, even if they have the confidence to get into the field, I think the thing that kind of keeps a lot of artists from getting over the finish line or becoming successful, quote unquote successful, whatever that means to you, is the fact that they deep down have this kind of struggle to believe that they actually deserve it. And, I talked about that in this little mini documentary I did like 10 years ago. That was the first thing I said. I said, I think deep down artists don't really maybe believe that they deserve success. And I know that that's something I struggle with, the illness I'm dealing with. Is sometimes I think there's these deep-seated thoughts that like, maybe you don't deserve to be well. Maybe there's something that you've done to deserve this. And I think it goes with being a successful artist as well. Maybe we don't deserve the fame. Maybe we don't deserve to be, a household name. Maybe we don't deserve to just, have a high-paying wage from our work that we can actually live and survive on like a normal person who would thrive in their own field, whatever that is, like a lawyer or, a doctor or a psychologist or whatever you want to say. Maybe we think that we don't really deserve that deep down, and that, it's, we're just doing art. Why do we deserve to be able to have our art be sold enough to make a living off of that? Well, that is a question that you have to answer for yourself. But I want to tell you that we can take a little bit of a page from the book of some of these con artists and scam artists, not the scams themselves, but the belief that convincing yourself so strongly in your own story. I'm not saying to make up a story. I'm saying to believe in your own story, and to get that cemented in your head and to have the confidence of a scammer that you deserve what you rightfully deserve as an artist. And I think that is very powerful. It's definitely something that we could devote some attention to and say, how can I borrow some of the good aspects of this person, the successful aspects of these people, and plug it into me as a good person, as a conscious person, as a person who's trying to do good and spread, love and spread creativity and spread inspiration into the world. Because really, who deserves it more than us, right? The people who are trying to bare our souls and, get our art out there and sell our art and inspire people. Who deserves it more than us? So why don't we have that confidence? Why is the confidence wasted on the person who doesn't have the talent or who's just making up shit to, steal people's money or to win social media fame? Why not us? So I want you to ask yourself that question. Why not you? What makes you unworthy of success and not somebody like this? Now, I know in all these stories, it's a house of cards, right? They rise very strongly and very quickly. And of course, there's the inevitable fall. And then they just fall and crash and disappear, or they, go to jail. I'm not saying that we deserve to rise that fast and then crash and fall. What I'm saying is, how can we just adopt the belief so strongly in our bones that we convince ourselves like this person? You just have to convince yourself deep down, you deserve this. This is what you are here for. People love your work. People are going to buy your work. People are inspired by your work. You deserve to rise to whatever level of success that you deserve. You need to be able to adopt that feeling when you go on social media or when you, pound the pavement and knock on the door of a gallery and try to show them your portfolio, or when you write a grant proposal, or, so on and so forth. You try to get some mural jobs through the city and you want to negotiate how much you're going to get paid for it. And you don't want to shortchange yourself. That all comes with the confidence of knowing and believing so strongly in yourself and your talent that you deserve to be there. So that's all I wanted to say today.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. From your morning podcast to your afternoon playlist, State Farm knows you personalize your entire day. And that's why State Farm helps you personalize your insurance with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It offers coverage options that help protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
It's fascinating how much these people and how far these people can go and what they can achieve just with this confidence and belief alone, and just believing so much in their story that they just tell people with a straight face, yep, this is what I have, or yep, this is what I'm doing, or yep, this is the family that I come from. And a lot of times people don't even check. It's just crazy because they believe in the person. They believe in the confidence. So we have the benefit of actually having truth to our stories, to having truth to the foundation of why we became artists and where our art come from. And we have the actual physical manifestation of that in our art, like whether it's a painting or a sculpture or a photograph or a drawing. We have that physical manifestation of it. We have the actual foundation to back it up. Why not also have the belief to take it and to springboard it into the stratosphere? So that's just something that I think we all deserve to think about a little bit and try to adopt from people who have done this same thing without actually deserving it, and find ways to apply that to our lives so we can actually have the success that we all deserve and be good people and influence people in a way that is positive. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you are staying strong and healthy and in a creative state. Hope you're getting some good work out there and getting some of the success that you deserve. And if you're not getting some of the success you deserve, maybe it's time to work on that mindset. Maybe it's time to take a lesson from the scammers of the world and put some of that gusto to good use in a place where it actually deserves to be? How can we become that confident ourselves in our lives and in our art to get the things that we deserve in our lives? Because we only got one shot at this. And believe me, you deserve it just as much, if not more, than a lot of the people that are successful in this world. So let's take that home and ponder on it a little bit and use that force for good. So along those lines, be good to yourselves, be good to everybody else out there, and we will see you on the next episode. As always, it's all basic. All right, bye-bye.
Oh, thank God we got through that without any more of that stupid
Hey, man.
impression. Oh, no.
Do you know? I knew I would see you again, like a little cockroach.
Oh, my God, Tony, look over there.
Wait, what is it?
Socks!
You want to play games? Okay. I'll play games for you.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.